is so hot? The debate is going to be hot.
I thought the news was
Hi,
I'm Todd Purdom.
And I'm Dee Dee Myers.
And welcome to another Capital Conversation. Dee Dee, it's another Monday morning, another world financial crisis. What's going on?
Well, just more of the same. What we've seen over the last several days is the leaders of the economies around the world trying to act in concert to try to stem some of the crazy losses we've seen, not just in the United States markets, but around the world. It seemed to be working earlier this morning, but who knows?
Yeah, the markets were up in Europe, and Secretary Paulson now has a plan to invest directly in American banks using some of this bailout money from last week. The candidates don't seem to know what to do about this. Barack Obama's going to have a speech about it later today. We see there's a lot of confusion. John McCain was going to have a new tax cut proposal. Then they stopped that. He's sort of holding tight, saying he's not going to say anything new this week unless events demand it.
Right.
So you'd think they could be able to surf on this.
What kind of events he's waiting for.
Seems to me Bill Clinton would figure out a way to make this.
Well, clearly the economy continues to be the backdrop of this race. By an overwhelming margin, Americans are saying that's the most important issue in the election, and the one that will more than anything else will drive their vote, unless there's some other world event that intervenes. And so certainly Barack Obama has an interest in continuing to address people's anxiety, and so does John McCain. As you said, John McCain was supposed to have some kind of a new piece of this. Barack Obama is also supposed to have a new economic speech this afternoon. We'll see what that amounts to. The bottom line is, if the economic experts who spend all their lives and their careers on these issues don't know what to do, how should the presidential candidates know what to do and more?
Why has the campaign gotten so ugly? In the last week or so, we've seen some intensity, some kind of rhetoric that I really don't remember seeing in my adult lifetime.
Oh, I remember seeing it. Willie Horton comes to mind. I mean, that was a much
this makes Willie Horton seem mild, I think, kind of talking about the direct person and...
Right.
No one ever said Mike Dukakis was a terrorist, or no one ever suggested.
No, but they said he condoned murder, basically, and rape. So, So I mean, I think that this is ugly. We've seen it before, and it's unfortunate. And one of the, I think it's even started to make John McCain a little bit uncomfortable.
He took that microphone away from the woman the other day.
Right. On Friday, a woman started to say that she thought Barack Obama couldn't be trusted because he was an Arab, and obviously he's not an Arab. John McCain corrected that, but it was interesting because he got booed when he said he's a decent family man, we need to respect him, and the crowd booed.
John McCain always said he was not going to attack anyone's honor or patriotism. Barack Obama said the same. They said they were going to wage an honorable campaign. It hasn't really turned out that way. Is it because of Sarah Palin? Is it because it's so close? Is it because the culture wars are reignited?
I think that the McCain campaign made a decision that they couldn't win on the economy, and some of McCain's senior aides have said as much. Look, Senator Obama's also taken some shots that might be considered a little below the belt, but there's a ton of stuff that they have not touched, that they've left off the table. And to his credit, Senator McCain has said he's not going to use the Reverend Wright issue against Senator Obama. But that said, there is something in these attacks on who is Barack Obama and associations with this terrorist, former terrorist Bill Ayers, and Governor Palin using that to sort of suggest that Obama condones domestic terrorism.
Now, McCain did say in response to a supporter that he was going to try to kick a little you-know-what on Wednesday night in their last debate at Hofstra University in Long Island. But we've seen so far that when they're face-to-face, McCain seems to be reluctant to get too personal with Obama. And Obama, in fact, said last week, if you have these concerns, tell me to my face. Do you think they'll really mix it up on Wednesday, or will it?
I don't know. Again, the format, I think will set the tone a little bit. They'll be sitting for the first time at a table, close enough that they could actually reach out and touch each other. At the last debate, they were forbidden from getting too close to each other, and in this debate they're going to be basically elbow to elbow. I think McCain will be less likely there than anywhere to try to make some of these attacks. But what do you think? I don't know.
I think it's pretty hard if you're sitting right with someone at a table face to face. Also on television, as we've seen in other debates, you risk looking like a bully. You risk looking too hot. And one of the things that's happened with McCain in his ratings in the last 10 days or so is his negatives have increased because he's gone on the attack, and that's almost axiomatic.
And the attacks have not had much effect. They've tried to say that Senator Obama's going to raise your taxes, and in the Washington Post poll, at least
people don't
today,
believe that.
People are as likely to say that their taxes will go up under McCain as they will under Obama. They've tried to say he's too liberal, and most people find his policies just about right. I think we're seeing, at least for the moment, that the negative attacks are doing as much to turn people off of McCain as they are to make them question Obama.
Does the Obama campaign have to worry about peaking too soon? I mean, they've got the home stretch still to do here.
Yeah, I do. I think they do have to worry about that. The momentum in this campaign has shifted from side to side. You can't count how many times, and so do they have to worry that maybe the next, the worm's going to turn again and all of a sudden McCain's going to find himself with momentum? It's entirely possible.
Or at least they have to be like Michael Phelps and keep that last kick to the wall. Meantime, we'll see you right back here next week with more Capital Conversation.
Thanks for joining us, and have a good week.